distracted so that you're not aware that they're moving against you simultaneously in foreclosure court. So you think you're getting a modification and you end up losing your home. Don't let this happen, New York. Stand up, fight back, call the helpline right now, 1-800-965-9282. That's 1-800-965-9282. Read all about it at stopgreedybanks.com, or if you need immediate attention, please call 1-800-965-9282.
New York's Caribbean voice, 93.5 WVIP. Wake up. Present the LawLink.
Show, baby.
I need it from the top.
The LawLink.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for
The LawLink. Present the LawLink.
Show, baby.
I need it from the top.
The LawLink.
Ladies
Check it
and
out.
gentlemen, let's put our hands together for
The LawLink. This is the LawLink. Your radio right here on Link Up 93.5 FM. Check it out. And now, our feature presentation. And coming up this hour.
Immigration link.
And I repeat,
Immigration link.
right now. Wake Up Entertainment. Certified number one.
Immigration squeeze. Man, them man run things, and they want you to think the immigration link up on the real thing, man.
Now that's what's up.
All right.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm up, I'm jumping, I'm bouncing, and the man saw me in the dark this morning. And
Yeah.
no, not at my apartment, at his
No,
apartment.
and he's not
in the
wearing any of
studios.
my clothes.
Nope, I'm not.
Let me just disclaim all
Inside
this.
joke.
Let me disclaim all of this. I came in again today to the studio, and he's in the dark
Again.
again.
This is just his thing now.
It's his thing now. So now, just before we got on the air, just as we were running the disclaimer, not the disclaimer. What is it? The intro.
The intro,
The
yeah.
intro.
To the USA immigration
to the USA
link.
immigration link. So as we're doing that, Squeeze says to me, "This looks like a jacket Brad would wear." I say to him, I think you wear my jacket.
Nope.
And
It
I go,
would be
did you?
swimming on
I
me
go,
if I was
I go,
late.
did you sneak in my place last night and take it?
Nope, I have no reason to be in your place.
Yeah, you better believe you.
Considering the area that you have chosen. I'm just saying. Not that there's anything wrong with
There's
it.
anything wrong with it.
Not that there's anything wrong with
Right.
it. You know?
So that's
you like
that's
that
where
area,
all
right?
of those.
Brad,
What?
you know you can admit to a friend. I'm just saying.
What do you want me to admit?
That thing's
this
hitting
thing's
you in the head?
By the way, this thing's like strangling me.
I was thinking we could put it behind you and have it come over your shoulder.
That would
instead.
be maybe a better idea. But then I would think like somebody's like behind me all the time. I'd be like,
Yeah,
what the
used
heck
to
is
it.
behind me?
There's
Right.
something hitting you in the
Yeah,
face.
I don't know whose idea this thing was. Why does everybody else get a normal
I don't know,
microphone?
some genius that
I came in and it was like
I have no idea how this ended up like this.
Well, we're getting it revamped.
Because
so-
I didn't design this. This was designed by someone else, and I just kind of like
Not me.
showed up. So I'm not sure why everybody else gets like a normal microphone, and I have this huge apparatus in front of me. Why they think that I would want this huge apparatus right in front of
I'm
my
gonna
face?
get my own lavalier microphone.
I'm gonna get a lavalier too.
What's a lavalier?
I'm not sure, but if you're getting it, I want it too.
When you get lavaliered, usually it's like Greek. You get the pin, right?
I thought it's like one of those things you give the woman.
That is what it is.
When,
That is-
at your prom. What is that's the corsage?
That's the corsage.
That's the
Lavalier
corsage.
is when you're in college. You do it.
So I extended someone to my social media team, and I told them that if I did not have 5,000 people minimum view today, that they'd be fired. Considering that they shrugged you off in the past. I'm just lambasting someone.
Oh, okay. I didn't know what you're talking about.
Castigating
Okay.
the guy that with the hoodie.
By the way, I have somebody on Periscope just says, please, they want me. Who do they want to come to Brazil?
You can ask them. They can hear you.
Who's coming to Brazil? Mayara Santos. She says, come to Brazil, but I'm not sure who she wants. Does she want Squeeze? Does she want SMG to come? She want me? Little Nikki?
Someone says they're in love with me. I feel so mellowed out. Thank you, Cherry.
Cherry?
Yeah.
Would it be great? Yeah, that's a nice person to be in love with. I'm in love with Cherry.
Got to make sure it's a girl first. Though,
Yeah.
because, you know,
We wouldn't judge
Not
you
that.
either way.
Hey,
I wouldn't judge
I know.
you.
I
You
listen,
still-
but
you still
By
love
the
you.
way,
but I'm not on that team. Not
By-
that there's anything wrong with
by
it. I'm
the
just
way,
saying I'm not on that team.
I'm not on that team either, but I have to say SMG is looking especially fresh today. I'm telling you.
I've noticed his dressing and his
Yes,
dress code
he's dressed
has
very-
changed.
look at this.
Has become a lot more
Look at me.
suave, fashionable, and casual.
Put the
Thank you.
camera
No
on
more-
him, SMG.
no-
He's looking pretty
No
good
more,
today.
no more suits.
Put the camera on SMG.
Yeah,
He's
no-
looking pretty good today.
Yeah, no more suits. What's going on?
Yeah,
My
what is
clothes
this?
are at the cleaners.
He has to wait for his paycheck to pay the cleaners to get his clothes back.
No. I figured, I want to diversify a little. Switch it up.
Yeah, look, SMG. Wait. Go back to SMG. Go back to SMG, little Nicky.
Whoa,
Little
it's
Nicky,
Tawan today.
go back to SMG.
It's Tawan today.
Oh, Tawan.
You didn't even notice.
You know what? Oh my God, you're right. Wow.
Brad, you're
Tawan.
saying all black people look alike? Is that what
No,
you're saying?
no,
I don't
no.
say all Jewish people look alike.
Oh my God.
Is that it? By the way, folks, anything goes in this show.
I'm gonna tell you something.
What?
I wasn't even paying attention.
I know you weren't.
I was not paying attention.
Honestly, I'm going to be very honest. When I walked in and walked around, I swear to God, I thought it was little Nicky
Nicky
too.
too. Right. I really wasn't paying. I
But
didn't
then
really.
when I sat here and really, I'm like, oh shoot.
Right, but I never really looked.
Right.
Which is really because Tawan was to my back the entire time, and then I come in, and I'm talking to you, and I'm talking to you, and I never really. That's actually rude of me, Tawan, because I didn't really look in your face to see who it was.
See why we love this guy? He admits.
That is
understand
very
what I'm saying?
rude of me,
The
so I
first thing you gotta realize
apologize,
is admit
Tawan.
to everything. You know?
Fun. Things happen.
Oh my God! You know what? I really wasn't paying attention. I just assumed little Nicky, because little Nicky sits in the back there and is like quiet, like Tawan, and just like turns the cameras on.
Swan is a lot more quiet.
Yeah.
Than she's more quiet than.
Wow,
Little
that
Nicky.
is. That is.
She was like she was in stealth mode.
That is probably one of the biggest mistakes I've made in years. I feel
she's in
really
stealth mode.
stupid.
I know. I know. No, it happens to the
Right.
best of us.
Yeah,
You know. Mm-hmm. Hey, it happens, man.
happens.
Apology. You didn't say if you accept or not.
Yeah, but they have, not their face doesn't look alike, but they have a similar physique. No,
Do they?
I think so.
I'm just listening to you.
Right?
Yeah.
Sticking-
Open mouth.
sticking
Open
my-
mouth.
sticking-
Insert foot.
Sticking my foot in my
Oh,
mouth.
open mouth. Insert
Right,
foot.
and now Tawan and little Nicky,
Dig a little
and now
deeper.
they're both going to come to me individually
Dig a
and
little
say,
deeper.
and
Dig
say,
it in.
I have a much, I'm
You
much
need a-
better than her. Come
You
on,
need-
how could you compare?
You need a backhoe.
Right, yeah.
dig it
I just
back.
got to shut up now, right?
If I
they're both
quit
equally
while you're
beautiful.
ahead. That's all
Right.
I got to say.
All right. So,
This is a USA immigration show brought to you by the law office of Spar Bernstein and Link Up
and
Media.
also, let me change the subject. It also brought to you
Attorney, CEO, you got respectively.
by
here.
USA Credit Repair.
Oh, what's USA Credit Repair?
USA Credit Repair. When you got bad credit,
Mm-hmm.
when you're completely blind to your credit or blind to the people you work with, like me.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what? It's
Or-
weird. We're all blind to our credit. We don't check our credit.
No, you're blind. Just like I was. I was blind to even who was working with me right here, right now.
And you know the banks and all these financial institutions, they check your credit like every 3 months or so.
Yeah.
Just to see if your
That's right.
if your credit is still good. If not, they drop
And
your
you want to
credit
know
line.
what? I gotta go.
They dropped my credit
and by
line
the-
in the past.
And by the way, I gotta go get an apartment now because we were talking about.
Right,
I'm
right,
moving.
right.
And I don't
Very
even.
colorful area.
I don't even know what my credit is.
Yeah.
So I gotta go check my credit, and then if I have a problem,
You're near the water too, so there's a lot of rainbow. You know, I'm not.
are you suggesting I'm moving to an area that? What? What
That's
are you
a very
suggesting?
nice area. Very nice.
So USA Credit Repair. If I have
A lot of
bad
beautiful
credit,
people.
If I have bad credit, changing the subject.
Yeah.
If I do have bad credit, then I would call USA Credit Repair, right? Because
Yep.
I'm going to need to get this apartment, and I can't do it with bad credit.
I have an apartment in the city, and let me tell you something. You don't want to know
They
the
check-
hoops. I did check my. I had
they
to.
check
It's
your
a good
credit.
thing I was with USA Credit.
They're going to check your
And
credit.
you need to have a tier 1 credit.
I have no idea what that is, but if I called 1-800-872-7177, that's the number to USA Credit Repair. And by the way, USA Credit Repair is our sponsor, so we have to talk about this. Page 21 of the contract says it, Tawan.
All right. So
You
listen,
know that.
Yeah.
Did I show you page 21? It's like in bold, and then they underline it.
Stand by,
And
folks.
then,
We're coming to you.
and then at the end of the paragraph on page 21 about how there's like a little noose that says you will be killed if you don't,
Not literally though.
literally, but figuratively killed by the people at USA Credit if I don't talk about it all the time. So USA Credit, I'm going to call them if I have bad credit. I don't know. I'm going to check. Can they check my credit and then tell me if I have bad credit?
They can check in it in under 5 minutes.
So if I don't even know how to check my credit, this is a good thing.
As a matter of fact,
They'll do it for free.
And they'll send you a copy of it.
For free.
And there's no hard hit, so there's no negative impact on your
Where's
credit.
my phone? Because
It's
I
a
want to call
soft
them right
inquiry.
now because I'm going to go look for an apartment.
a
I should
soft-
check my credit.
Yeah.
It's a soft inquiry, right?
Soft inquiry. There you go. Yeah, you know your
What-
stuff.
Soft.
Soft inquiry. This
Soft.
guy.
You don't want
yeah.
hard inquiries.
What
on
do you
your
know
account.
about soft?
Yeah, a lot.
What?
I presume,
What?
You
That's the
know?
way I like my women's skin.
And we're talking
Just
about credit
asking.
now,
Oh,
guys.
credit. All right. So 1-800-872-7177. That's for USA Credit. And you know what? I think I'm going to call them after and check my credit because before I go start looking for apartments, I should know if I have a problem. And it's absolutely free.
Yeah.
That's
you
a
should.
That's a good idea.
Very, very good idea.
And so what does that mean by soft inquiry? That means it won't
It won't hit your
No,
credit.
Won't hit my credit.
Normally, if you go, like for example, that place that you're going for the apartment, they're going to do a hard inquiry,
hard inquiry.
which means that your score is going to get hit from anywhere from 5 to 11 points.
Wow.
So it's going to hurt your score right across it. So you want to go with a soft inquiry.
Soft.
That's the way you like it.
Right.
Soft.
You want a soft landing.
That's the way
not
you want it.
You want soft.
You want it soft.
Nobody likes it hard.
Not the inquiry. No, definitely not. You know,
Can't with you guys. I
soft
just can't.
inquiry when you're
Can't do
pulling
it.
your credit, and that's the reason why they go with
It's
USA
a
Credit.
soft inquiry.
Soft inquiry.
Painless.
Yes, it doesn't hurt. All right, but if you go with a hard inquiry, it hurts.
It hurts.
Yes,
it
very
hurts
much.
the hard inquiry.
Yes,
I
definitely.
wouldn't think it would.
Yes.
I have never personally had
No,
a
you
hard
want to stick with a
inquiry.
soft inquiry.
I personally have never had the hard
Yeah.
inquiry, but I would assume it would be painful.
Yeah, you know.
It hurt painful on your credit score, right?
Absolutely. It can be painful if you get a hard inquiry. All right. So that's the reason why everybody call 1-800-USA-7177. All right.
You're
Before you do
ridiculous.
anything, go anywhere.
You
It's
are
free.
ridiculous.
100%
You are
free.
ridiculous.
All right. You can
And
ask
so, but
Smart Cole or Zen.
when you
know,
call, tell Zenbar, because he's a manly man.
he's
He's a manly
that
man,
he should give it
Zenbar.
to you soft.
Give it to me soft,
Where the
Zenbar.
inquiry is concerned.
As far as
All
the
right,
inquiry
no
is
problem.
Don't
concerned.
hurt me.
Listen, once again, folks, stand by for the immigration questions.
All right, all right, let's change gears again.
We got to do this, man.
Like clockwork.
It's pretty cool. You know, it's like.
But you've been here all day
But
meditating.
we're so real, you
But
know.
you've been here all day meditating.
Can you imagine the
would
show
think
if
that-
the show was square?
You would think that you would have this all taken care of already.
So I was speaking with your CFO, and she said that it's a good thing that we're doing the show, we're doing it, and putting things together rather than doing it the guy's way. And I know the guy's listening.
What's the guy's?
Because the guy is more CNN oriented.
Right.
We're more just real, Wayne's World kind of, with the twist of some premium
You know what?
side to it.
I
What do you
don't-
think?
I'm trying to do a radio show and talk to you and monitor everything.
Mm-hmm.
And here it is. Here's the button. I got it now. Oh, thank you very much. So I'm trying to do everything all at once. Don't put it anywhere near closer to my mouth than that, please. Stop.
What? Excuse me?
You're like I'm gonna swallow
It's
this
the
thing.
microphone.
It's the microphone. I'm gonna swallow this thing.
It's the microphone, folks.
Oh
All right.
my God!
You
But
need a
stop-
lavalier mic, though.
I do need a lavalier mic.
Stand by, folks. Yeah, keep those questions rolling on social media. We're just waiting for you all to post your questions on social media. So far, I only have 7 questions. SMG, how many you have? Because people ask your
SMG,
questions
do me a
now.
favor.
You get
I
the
can't-
first
I
people to
can't-
put their questions in there.
There's all different passwords
Oh, yeah.
now and ID numbers and all sorts of things. And
You know
I
what?
can't
Let
do
me,
it
let me have it. Let me have it. Let me
all
have it.
right, all right. So one second. No, there's a different ID. Let him do it. It's not set up.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I think
all
I
right.
need
So
to
while
upgrade
he's
that.
setting it up,
Uh-huh.
Okay. I do want to change gears again.
Oh, please
okay.
do.
Now, and everybody's laughing right now. Okay, but now we're gonna get some angry faces.
Okay, let's find out why
All right.
people are going to get
We're gonna
angry
get, we're gonna get
faces
some
on the
angry-
USA
we're gonna-
immigration
we're gonna
link
get
with
some
Brad and
angry
Squeeze.
faces right now because Donald Trump.
By the way, can you acknowledge our conventional means of communication?
And
Original.
also, we're on 93.5 FM. We're on a radio show, too.
I just wanted to say.
Yes, we are on a radio show.
I just wanted to.
Right, so everybody, big up to everybody
Mm-hmm.
who's listening. You like that? You like how I have the lingo down,
Yeah,
right?
like big up. I'm like,
Right,
whoa.
big up? Yeah, I know I know. I'm still with it. I'm still a little
All right,
with it.
No problem.
Can you imagine when I'm like 80, I'm like, trying to still be cool? I won't be that cool anymore.
You know what? I don't believe age has anything to do with your coolness.
Look at this. Angry faces
reducing.
are. As soon as I say Donald Trump, angry faces.
Told you.
Donald Trump.
Yeah, put the partner ID in.
It's here.
You're all good now?
No. I
Why?
Put the partner ID in, but it won't let me change the password or the ID.
No, it's this ID. It's that ID and
I
that
know
password.
what it is. I got to upgrade.
Oh, okay. I thought I'd put
No,
the
you're
partner
putting in
ID
the
that's
wrong. You're putting
highlighted.
in the wrong password.
I've never done this
All right, so
before.
give it back. Now he knows. So Donald Trump.
Yes.
I wish we could do the Star Wars music. Da, 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 da.
Unprecedented.
All right. Unprecedented. I have in my hands here
Yes.
a memo summarizing his new guidance and executive order.
Hold on, let me do this. Ladies and gentlemen, Brad Bernstein is about to give us an update. Need that little camera thing image again. All right? He's going to give us an update based on the actions that Mr. Donald Trump, our President of the United States of America, has put in place and how it may affect some of us. So, Brad Bernstein, our attorney right here on the immigration link, I need for you all to share the link right now as quickly as possible because he's got the paperwork, okay? He got it specifically from Donald Trump by proxy, by way of the internet, all right? And he's going to read it off. He's going to give his own layman's on it. He's going to explain to everybody that's tuning in to David Squeeze Atticus' Facebook page where every single person is sharing, Law Officer Spar Bernstein, where everybody is sharing, also on YouTube the same, and, of course, Periscope. So, ladies and gentlemen, drum roll, please. And how you do the drum roll?
It's not a drum roll because it's really just angry.
Okay.
Slam the
angry
table,
faces,
damn
please.
it.
Hold on.
It's
Ladies
more of
and
a
gentlemen.
slam the table, damn it.
Angry faces,
no drum
please.
roll.
All right, here we go.
Just slam the table. Start throwing stuff around.
Yes.
Say, come on, you mother, you know. What the F you doing, man?
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right.
All right. Here comes the
So,
good news or the bad news.
This is the bad news.
Okay. Let's have it.
All right, I'll tell you some good news about it, too.
I'm quite sure it's going to be hard.
Yes.
Okay.
So, number one, he put out this memorandum that basically says that they're going to detain everybody. Whether you have a criminal record, you don't have a criminal record, if you come in the hands of the Immigration and Customs Enforcement, you are going to be detained. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, just remember, is different than United States Citizenship and Immigration Services. Those are two different agencies. If you come to ICE, Immigration Customs Enforcement, and you are out of status, you have a criminal record, you are anything other than a green card holder or paroled into the United States, ICE is going to hold you until either, one, they deport you, two, this is according to the memorandum, two, they have to release you by statute.
This is at the border.
This is at the border, this is in the interior, this is everywhere.
This is everywhere.
Everywhere.
As long as you're not a green card holder.
Right.
Or a U.S. citizen.
Or paroled into the United States. Paroled would be your DACA people. Okay. Or people who entered on advanced parole or people who have a pending adjustment. All those people would be okay. But if you are out of status, illegal, and you come into the hands of ICE, they will detain you until they deport you, whether you have a criminal record or not, unless they have to release you. Everyone is entitled to bail. Everybody, as long as you have some bucks in your hand,
Right.
or a family member has some money in their hands,
Or a house or two. some
or a
assets.
house, whatever. Unless you have a deportable offense that is criminal in nature after 1998, then you're not bail eligible anymore. So if you have two crimes of moral turpitude or an aggravated felony or domestic violence after May of 1998, you're not bail eligible. Everybody else who doesn't have a criminal record or has criminal records prior to May 98, bail eligible. So by statute, I'm reading exactly verbatim. Well, you'll have to make some bail. Now, easier said than done, Mr. Trump, because even in this memorandum, it acknowledges that the United States has no more detention facilities.
They don't.
And no more jails to hold anybody, even if they have them. So, as part of this memorandum, they are going to construct and spend $2 billion to make 34,000 more beds in jail. How long will this construction take? I don't know. Is 34,000 more beds? I don't know when that will be. So for the current moment, although the news is scaring everybody, this is something they can't detain people where they don't have room for them. So, yes, the thought is to detain, and eventually they will after they build these jails, but I don't know how long it's going to take to build jails. People will be detained, but it's going to be similar to what's happening right now. Now, I'm saying this is ICE because I don't want people to be scared to file for their legal status. When you're filing for your legal status, you're applying to United States Citizenship and Immigration Services. They do not have any detention facilities, USCIS. USCIS does not have any enforcement. All they do is give benefits.
Okay.
So as long as you apply to USCIS and you are eligible for your benefit and you get your benefit, then you'll be fine. The people who are not going to be fine are people who have lied to USCIS and people who have criminal records who don't get through. Okay. Misrepresentation, lying, you're going to be sent right over to ICE, and ICE is going to come knocking on your door. So you have to be very, very careful when you're filing papers now at USCIS that you do everything properly, you do everything straightforward, and there's no sort of misrepresentation issues.
Okay.
So the mass detentions, are not going to happen tomorrow. You may see it more on the border, but you're not going to see it in the interior. Mm-hmm. And two, even when they build 34,000 more beds, that's not millions and millions of people. That's 34,000 more beds. So, yes, there will be some more people detained, but not on the scale in which you're seeing it. I'm just reading here exactly what it's going to be. They are hiring 5,000 more additional Border Patrol, so it's going to be more people on the border. If you are discovered entering the United States on fraudulent documents as part of this memorandum, they are going to have law enforcement there at the border and at the airports, and it's not going to be a situation where you get caught with a fraudulent document and get turned around. I believe you are going to be prosecuted criminally.
Okay.
So you have to be now very careful about entering the United States on fraudulent documentation, because not only now do you have an immigration problem, but you also may have criminal issues, because that's part of...
Well, they don't have to be careful. Just don't do it.
Exactly.
Just don't.
Well, you know what? When I say be careful, don't do it is exactly what you should.
I know that's what you're saying, so
Right.
I'm just,
Thank you.
that's the reason why I'm here. That's why I get paid the $0.
Thank you very much.
Lots of zeros in my dollars.
Remember I said yesterday they're going to deputize...
I was just going to mention that to you. I'm sorry. I was just going to mention that.
They were going to
yes,
they were going to
that came up.
deputize, and they did this under George Bush.
And the Obama administration,
No,
too.
the Obama administration stopped this program.
Oh, they stopped.
I kept saying it the 207.
Because it was happening and then they stopped it.
Right.
Oh, okay, all right. 'Cause
I was calling it the 207 program. It's the 287 program. I said I didn't remember the exact.
Right.
It's the 287G. Mm-hmm. And that's where they deputize local police to act as ICE officers. So if a local policeman was to come and discover you and discover you're out of status or you're a deportable alien, they have the authority by ICE to hold you, versus before they didn't have the authority and they would have to let you go if ICE didn't come and get you. Mm-hmm. New York City is not going to do that. But there will be some other jurisdictions, maybe down south, more rural areas that may do it.
Is it up to New York City?
Yes.
Okay. I just want to make sure of that.
Yes.
Because, if it's federal.
They are going to start funding border wall. I don't know how they can do it without
Where's all that money
congressional. It's $21 billion.
$21
billion.
Hold on. 21?
billion. That's what the memo says it will cost.
Yeah.
For 1,250 miles of a fence. It's not even a wall.
Aren't there more important things to spend $21
It's not even a
billion
wall.
dollars of the taxpayers' money on?
Who's funding it?
I'm not sure who's funding it.
And there's no way Mexico is going to pay that.
There's no way taxes is going to cover that either.
I don't know who's funding
Taxes
it.
can cover it.
But it's
just,
21. It's
what would
$21
it take
billion
from?
dollars.
You know?
According to this memorandum, 1,250 miles. What is most concerning?
That's like from here to Jamaica,
Okay.
almost.
What is most concerning to me, okay, is basically so far they're going to say we're going to apprehend more people and we're going to hold people in detention and we're going to make everybody pay bail. But what is most concerning to me
It's also a money-making thing right there.
Yeah. What is
You know.
most concerning to me is the expansion of expedited removal, which is, I'm telling you, is going to be in courts before you know this. Literally, maybe in courts within days. Right now, remember, this is what the Constitution says. The Constitution says you're entitled to due process. Due process is a fair hearing. Everybody's entitled to fair hearings as long as you're in the United States of America. There has been regulations in Supreme Court decisions that say if you entered the country without inspection and you're caught within 100 miles of the border, within 14 days, you haven't really entered the United States. You're still, government's in pursuit of you. You're not entitled to a fair hearing, and you can just be expedited removal in a day without ever going to see a judge. They have expanded this to say, now it's 2 years. You could have bought a house, you could have a car, you could have a paying job, you could even be paying your taxes, had a child, put your child in school. Yet according to this memorandum, you're not in America within the first 2 years of your entry. And that would entitle you, and you would be expedited removed if you were now. How the heck is an immigration officer or even a deputized cop going to know how long you've been in the United States? How are they going to know this?
They're going to question you?
They're going to question you? And then they say, we don't believe you. We think you came here last week. And then stick you on a plane home. Totally violate your rights. How is that all going to happen? My belief is that all of this is going to be, the first time this happens to somebody, or the second time or third time, somebody's going to get a good lawyer and bring this right into federal court.
And that's quite possible, right?
Very possible, because I think this is a blatant violation of somebody's individual constitutional rights to a due process and a fair hearing. And there's going to be a lot of people who get deported and before federal courts hear this decision. So 2 things I would suggest to people. 1, don't live within 100 miles of a border if you can't. Don't live. They're going to force everybody into the interior. That's what basically it's going to happen. So all of the interior areas of the United States that are beyond 100 miles of a border, there's no expedited removal. It's only within the 100 miles of a border. So what does this do? It forces all people to, there's going to be people near the border that can't make a living anymore. The local stores, the local merchants, who do you think's going in to buy stuff?
It's going to put a burden over.
It's going to put a burden on the economy
exactly.
because everybody's going to be forced into the interior. Even Tawan's shaking her head. She can't believe this.
Yeah, it's happening.
Okay? And number two, I said before, you don't have to walk around with documentation, but maybe now, and I may change my mind, but my first thought is you should walk around with something to indicate you've been here for more than 2 years. So that that you can never be put in expedited removal. You always have a right to see a judge and fight it out. And by the way, they don't have enough judges and trial attorneys.
Yeah, they know that.
You know what? If they're going to be doing what they say they're going to be doing, and as long as you get to see a judge, this is going to be your deportation is going to be dragged on for years and years, 3, 4, 5, maybe 10 years before somebody actually gets deported, exhausts their appeal remedies.
Jacqueline, that's what Brad is doing right now. Explain the executive order for illegal immigrants.
I've been doing it for the last 20 minutes.
Yes, Brad's been doing it for 20 minutes now, Jackie.
Okay.
You can watch the show back when you're done.
Right.
Okay, later on. All right.
So you're going to drag this on forever. I can tell you, Shannon was in court yesterday, in immigration court. She came back because I asked her,
Shannon is an attorney, right?
An attorney, right? So she said 2 things. One is, she feels that many of the immigration judges feel more emboldened now to deport people and be less likely to provide waivers. Now, you got to remember, there really is no separation of power or no separation of power, that's a good terminology, between the immigration judges and the President of the United States. The immigration judges work for the Department of Homeland Security. The Department of Homeland Security is part of the executive branch. The head of the executive branch is the President of the United States. Every immigration judge works at the pleasure of Donald Trump. So if you think about it,
They don't want to get fired.
they don't want to get fired. They don't want to lose their job. So now, there's no separation. You get separation of power once.
There goes the anger faces. Yeah.
You get separation of power once you get into federal court. There's an independent judiciary at that point, and although they get appointed by the president, they may have also been appointed by prior presidents, but they're not beholden to, their job is not beholden to the president of the United States.
Mm-hmm.
So what will ultimately happen, I believe, is that they're never going to be able to make enough jail cells. There's going to be a lot of people walking around out on bail. There's not enough judges and trial attorneys. So they want to do this expedited removal because they realize this. They realize that they can't send enough people to judges to deport people, so they're just going to violate people's rights. They don't have enough judges. So let's violate everybody's rights and just make up a new thing, expedited removal for anybody who's been here for 2 years. That'll get a lot of people out, but it's going to be all fought in court. It's going to be, I believe, I'm almost certain, I believe, that it's going to ultimately be found unconstitutional.
But why is he even doing it when he
Because he
pretty much
wants,
knows?
because he knows, you have to understand, if you're the President of the United States and your advisor says, Mr. President, you want to deport millions of people, everybody needs an immigration hearing, everybody needs to see a judge, you need to hire more trial attorneys, we don't have money for any of this, and I promise the American people to deport. Damn it! That's what I'm going to do. I'm the President and Chief Deporter of the United States. So he goes back to his people. He says, how do we do this? Well, sir, the only way to do it is not give people hearings. By the way, this would be a good thing to film too. Is not give people hearings.
I would just leave the camera on him.
Is not give people hearings. Let's not give anybody a hearing. That's the easiest way to deport people. Pick them up and send them home. Who the hell needs a hearing anyway? Well, sir, we got to change the rules. So change the rules.
Are we still in America?
So change the rules. Now nobody gets to see a judge anymore. But that's going to ultimately be found, at least if you've been here for 2 years and at least found within 100 miles of a border. That's a good way to deport people and not use any resources. But it's all going to be actually use more resources because there's going to be smart attorneys like myself and other attorneys. I'm not the only smart attorney in the world who are going to fight this in federal court and say, hey, you're violating the due process clauses of the United States Constitution.
Mm-hmm.
So, ultimately, it's going to basically, you ever hear the term gum up the works?
Gum up the works.
Gum up the works. The courts are going to be gummed up. The immigration courts are going to be gummed up. The jails are going to be gummed up. Everything's going to be gummed up. There's not going to be a lot of movement. There will be movement, but there's going to be lots and lots of people who fight this out. So ultimately, where they're trying to save money, it's going to cost them more money in legal services, legal fees, court costs. That's what's going to happen. And it's very sad actually.
Does gum up the works mean the same thing as effing up the works?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I just wanted to
And I'll tell you what. Actually, it's not funny. It's actually sad.
Very.
Okay, because one of the clients said to me yesterday. They go, "Oh, you must be very happy with this Donald Trump. You're very busy, Brad." And I said, "Yeah, I'm busy, and yeah, lots of people are coming in."
I know better. You're stressed because
Okay.
yesterday you
No,
were
no,
overworked.
No, not stressed.
But
I'm not.
I know how you really
no,
feel.
No. I'm not stressed in the sense that I know how to handle the situation.
Mm-hmm.
I know how to deal with each person's individual issues. Although, yes, we're very busy, so it's not the stress.
Mm-hmm.
It's really more of the unhappiness of having to deal with each person, and it's my unhappiness in the sense that I feel bad for people. And so I get unhappy hearing other people's unhappiness and their stress, and I know how to individually handle each case. But it would have been so much nicer and such a better vibe and such a better feeling to say, yeah, we're busy because there's some sort of amnesty and we fill out this form and everybody's happy and kumbaya.
Get you.
Okay?
Get
Instead, this is not a kumbaya moment.
Got you.
And it should be a kumbaya moment And I don't say that lightly. I say that seriously because we're all here together in it. Okay? Wait until the local merchant on the border sees that they have no more people coming in to buy sodas and drinks at their local convenience store because all the immigrants moved south or north to get away into the interior. Wait till everybody doesn't have the work. Elderly people have nobody to take care of them. Babies have no nannies. Landscapers have nobody to help them. Construction workers, there's no construction workers anymore. Certainly not enough to build what we need to be built here. Who do you think is building the fence? Construction workers. Where are the construction workers coming from?
Immigrants.
I mean, it's ridiculous. So I feel bad because I like when DACA came, it was a nice feeling. We're going to help you, and you're going to be put in a better position. Now, yes, you're going to come to me. We're going to help you, but we're going to help you not get into a worse position. Mm-hmm. It's from a different perspective. So I feel badly for people, but I know how to help people. I know how to help people, and we got to do it individually versus as one big group.
Right.
So let me see if there's anything else I want to see here. I got lots of pages here of memorandums. Let me see if there's anything else.
You're one pissed off.
Let me see if there's anything
lawyer.
else. No, I'm not pissed off, lawyer.
You're pissed off at the situation. It's obvious. Everybody who thinks that Brad is pissed off, show some angry faces.
Off.
You got to be pissed off at what Donald Trump is doing.
No. Oh, you know what?
Also, you happy?
You know what? I don't know what's going to happen. Okay? This will be very interesting.
What?
I don't know what's going to happen. I thought about this as I read the memorandum. Mm-hmm. They have something called parole in place.
Yeah.
Which is if you are married to somebody in the military and you came here without inspection, they would give you a parole document to allow you to adjust your status. In this memorandum, they said, I see the angry faces, yes. In this memorandum, they say that they're going to use parole judiciously. Now, I don't know what that means by judiciously, and maybe I'm paraphrasing what they're saying. But I was saying, I wonder what they're going to do with the parole in place program if you're married to someone in the military. Right now, it's in existence. Mm-hmm. So if you're married to someone in the military and you entered the country without inspection, or previously in the military and they were honorably discharged.
Previously on Billions.
Yes. I like that show. And you should do your parole in place now because I don't know if it's going to exist later. I don't know the answer to that.
Brad, you know what I take away from all of this right now?
Yeah. And by the way, we have a lot of people on hold who have questions.
I know, but
I have a guy by the name of Charlie who's been holding 45 minutes to speak to us.
Yeah, Charlie, stand by. But let me just sum this up in what I personally take away from everything that is going on since Donald Trump has taken power and the executive orders and actions are coming down, and Brad has been very responsive to it as my attorney, your attorney, and the attorney for the USA Immigration Link. I take away that if you are out of status and you're here in the United States, it is extremely important that you actually reach out to Brad Bernstein to find out truly and genuinely what are your options. Why? So that you can have peace of mind. It's extremely important to have peace of mind, ladies and gentlemen. And listening to Brad, you will get the clarity, that you're looking for. You may not get all the answers because maybe answers just don't exist.
There's some people I say, you know what? You got to stay low.
Yeah.
All right. Some of my advice is
true.
Stay low.
You may have to stay low.
All right. And
stay off the radar.
Stay low. This is a bad wave.
Stealth.
All right. It's like an ocean. This is a bad wave. You don't want to surf this wave.
No. It's too
wait,
dangerous.
Let's wait. That's right. Let's wait for the next wave.
Right.
Stay low. Don't drown.
But at least.
And other people, I may say, let's surf the wave.
Yes.
I don't know.
But
each person, I don't mean to interrupt you, but each person, it's not like there's an amnesty and we can just have a group discussion. I have 20 people and everything applies to the same 20 people. Mm-hmm. This is individual people that we need to meet with, find out, and help each. It's hand-to-hand combat. It's not like a group thing, like everybody just gets the same thing.
Right. And someone's asking me, how do we reach Brad? Here's the number, 1-800 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465.
And by the way, the phones,
And other people,
the phones may be busy at this moment because
Right.
we haven't taken any
right?
calls yet.
And everyone that's on it that knows the number, don't be afraid to share the number from time to time. That much you can share. Share the number.
And you could share this with everybody.
And share everything that you're watching right now. Please, I am asking you, I'm begging you, share it with every single person. Let us help as many people as possible here in the United States. People really need to hear, see, and understand what's going on.
All right.
We want everybody to have peace of mind.
Correct.
All right?
Let's get to Charlie.
Charlie, sorry about
Charlie.
waiting 45 minutes, man, but we
Charlie.
have to get that out.
How are you?
Yes, sir. Hi.
Good.
Good. I have a quick question for you guys. I'm going out of the country on March, me and my family. I'm a green card holder. And it's been 4 years that I had my green card. I haven't done any criminal records or misdemeanor.
Go travel. It's perfectly fine. There is
problem
nothing wrong with having a green card and being a lawful resident and traveling as long as you don't have a criminal record.
Yeah, that's where the question is. Back like 10 years ago, I had two DUIs. Plus, on top of that, I had a assault with a deadly weapon, which they brought it down as a misdemeanor. Would that will do something?
Was this before or after you got your green card?
Yeah, that was before.
Okay, and did the Immigration Service, were they aware of all of this when you got your green card?
Oh yeah, definitely. I sure proved that everything was taken care of, and it was a process. It was a big process for me to get my green card.
Right. Did you get a waiver? Did you need a waiver?
Yeah, they did. They did the waiver and all that.
All right. So if you got a waiver, that waiver covers everything that you did in your life from the beginning of Adam and Eve to the day you got the waiver. So then you are free to travel. Anything you did after the waiver, you may have a problem. So as long as everything was pre-waiver and you admitted to the government everything you did and they gave you the waiver anyway, you should be okay. You may want to come in and just see me to double check, but based on what you're telling me, that's okay.
Yeah, actually, I'm here in California.
Okay, so then we can do phone consultations. Hold on. All right.
Okay. All right. Once again, folks, the number is 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-529-5465. Let's go to this line right here. We're
Angela.
doing the USA Immigration Link. We may even extend a few minutes after the top.
Yeah. What we'll do is we'll extend on social media after.
Okay.
We have so many people.
And
on
that's
hold.
by you sharing the page, folks.
Correct.
So everybody on social media, don't you go anywhere. If you're listening to the radio, you can also log on to David Squeeze Annakie's Facebook page or the law offices of Spar Bernstein. Let's go.
Angela, we have no time for you. Okay, there you are.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi. Yes. I'm here in the U.S. for over 7 years now. But my mother, she do a surgery in 2000. She do one in 2010. And then I come here 2010 when she do the back surgery. And
All right,
then,
so you helped your mother and then you overstayed out of status. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, and
All
she
right,
filed for me. They filed for me 2012.
All right.
And I'm here waiting. I get a letter from immigration.
All right, hold on. Angela, I know exactly where you're at. You're overstayed your time. Your mother filed for you in 2012. You have about 2 more years of waiting. You're probably going to need a provisional waiver. You may want to come in and speak to us about doing all of this. Okay? You're about 2 years away. So you're going to be the type of person that's got to stay low for 2 years, ride the next wave. The next wave is the provisional waiver, and get your green card. Hold on, and we can help you, okay? Hold on. All right? I don't mean to, we have so many people to get through that I'm just going to basically ask everybody to cut to the chase, because other than that, we're never going to get to everybody. So I'm not trying to be rude. We're just trying to help as many people as we can. Let's go to Al.
Hey.
Hey, what's up?
Yesterday I didn't get to ask my question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Al,
Is this the
Yeah.
Al the Viagra guy?
Yeah, man. I'm mellow. I'm mellow today.
You're mellow today. Okay.
All right.
All right. What's up?
So since I've been married 3 years, when I get the green card now, do I get like the 2 years one or the 10 years one?
You've been married for more than 3 years. You would get the 10-year and be done.
Okay. And then how much years after that would I have to wait until I
Citizenship?
can apply?
3 more years. 3 more years.
2 more years. Is there a shortcut, or is there no?
There's no shortcut unless you want to join the military.
Oh, damn. All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember to spread the word. All right. 93.5 WVIP.
He's like,
every
military,
weekday,
damn.
9 a.m. and 12 noon on weekdays.
I'm not doing military.
Powered by Page 21, USA Credit Repair, Inc.com.
All right. Are you having problems with your connection?
No,
I am.
You're probably not on the right network.
Maybe. Karen.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good, and you?
What's going on?
Good, like that somber voice.
Okay, I have been married. It'll be 7 years in July.
Right.
And my husband is an offender.
What do you mean he's an offender?
He's a sex offender.
Oh, he's a sex offender. Okay.
Yeah.
And
he applied for me in 2010.
Yeah,
they were going to grant me an interview to get my green card in the December of 2010. They canceled and they went through a whole long list of.
Yeah, you need an Adam Walsh waiver, and I'm sure you filed it. And we've talked about this before, that people who are married to registered sex offenders need Adam Walsh waivers, and the Immigration Service is never, ever going to approve an Adam Walsh waiver without going through a federal court. That's why you've been waiting for 7 years. You're going to need the help of a lawyer. So hold on one second.
But they denied, and then I also reapplied.
Yeah, I know. They will never, ever approve it, ever. The only way you will ever get an Adam Walsh waiver is through a federal court, which is ridiculous because they're going to say, you live here, we're going to make you illegal rather than approve you to live with this registered sex offender. That's ridiculous. Okay. Hold on one second. As long as you can show that you're not, your life's not in danger or anything like that. Hold on one second.
Once again, folks, the number is 1-800-529-5465. We're doing what's called the USA Immigration Link. Yours truly, David Annakie, the CEO of the Link Up Media Group, and Brad Bernstein, the attorney of the law offices of Spar Bernstein. We've put this together. We've been doing it for approximately 20 years now, and we're very proud as to what it is that we do here.
We got to get going.
Next caller.
Thank you.
All right.
Rosalind.
We got to get going. Next.
Rosalind, you're out. All right. Nadine.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm calling pertaining to my brother.
Yes.
He went to the U.S. Embassy in Jamaica. He got a visitor visa where he went to the States. He got married. Then he got his traveling documents. He went to Jamaica. On his way back to the States, they told him he has to go back to the embassy. He went to the embassy. They told him he had lied to obtain his visitor visa.
Okay, so they denied him for misrepresentation.
Yes.
Okay, so he has a problem, and he needs to refile his papers in Jamaica and then file a waiver based on extreme hardship to his spouse. Okay, hold on one second, because he's stuck in Jamaica forever until he does this. Hold on.
Once again, folks, in tune to the USA Immigration Link, 1-800-529-5465. Next caller.
All this lying, the people who lie are going to have the people with the problems.
1-800-LawLink.
I mean, I can't begin to tell you. The biggest problem that I see with illegal immigration in America is not the people running across the border, it's the fraud. There's more fraud than people running across the border. And that's, they should invest $21 billion in trying to figure out how to prevent fraudulent documents, people with fraudulent documentation entering America. That, to me, is a bigger problem for America than it is people running across the border.
True that.
Rosalind, is this twice now? Once? Twice? 3, 4, 5, done. Okay. Lex. 1, 2.
Hello?
Hey, there you are. What's up?
Yeah, how you doing?
What's going on?
I'm good. I have a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
I came here in 2016 and a visitor visa. I came here right in proper way.
Right.
I came here, got married to my wife. I'm now living with my wife. My papers have been put in. I haven't heard anything. I'm just wondering if I'm still, if I'm still in the way to get deported.
No, you're not in the way to get deported. You're on the way to get a green card as long as you do it right. Nobody's deporting people who nobody's deporting anything wrong. Yeah, okay. Nobody's deporting people who did nothing wrong who filed for benefits. Okay, you're perfectly okay. What I would suggest to you and everybody else out there is don't have sleepless nights. Have a good lawyer take care of it, and then you don't have a problem.
That's the reason why we say Brad Bernstein.
I have a lawyer. I'm living in Georgia.
Okay,
Atlanta,
so
Georgia.
then you should be speaking to your lawyer, should be on the phone with you and reassuring you or telling you to come in to reassure you. But certainly, it sounds like everything's going okay.
All right, thank you, sir.
You're very welcome.
Thank you for tuning in from Georgia.
Yes.
Atlanta, Georgia. Yes.
Hope. So many people squeeze. I mean,
there's so many people. I know. Yeah. We need hope.
I know. Hope. What's up?
Hopefully, we can get a lot of you.
Yeah. I'm a citizen, but if I had done something before I got the citizenship, and then I get the citizenship, will that affect me if I travel?
No, you're a citizen. Mazel tov, and go travel.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome. All right. So what we'll do, Squeeze, is why don't we just continue radio calls for another 7 minutes, and then.
It's good now.
Okay, fine. And then
it's just like, okay, fine, give it back.
Yeah.
You're supposed to give it back.
And we'll do radio calls for another 7 minutes, and then everybody on social media, we're going to answer your questions at the 10 o'clock hour. We'll spend about another 15, 20 minutes. So everyone on social media, please share this with your friends and family. If you like us, please press the thumb button, heart, the whole deal. Squeeze, we got 6 minutes left of the show. So
Are you happy with the amount of shares that you have?
No.
I'm not happy with the amount of shares I've had. But I want to say thanks to all those folks who check in every single day, Brad, no matter what. They check in the morning, they check in the midday show, and they share, and they comment, and they participate, and they let others know, and their friends, and everybody know, and they put out your phone number out there, the whole 9 yards.
And by the way, they are just as much part of the show as
they're just like me or you. They're equal.
They are equal in the show because without them,
we would have no show.
We would have no show. They're
the ones letting hundreds of thousands of people know.
Squeeze, make sure that USA Credit sends everybody who shares royalty checks, because they're all part of the show here.
I don't know about royalty checks.
They should get royalty checks.
But I'll tell you what, everybody who is here, we will make sure that we give you a 100% free consultation.
No.
Okay, and a free copy of your credit report.
No.
A free copy of your credit report.
USA Credit will.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant Spar Bernstein. I'm like, because people go, Squeeze said Spar Bernstein. I'm like, no, please,
I didn't say that. Let me disclaim that.
All right.
USA Credit Repair will give you a free copy of your credit report and a free consultation. 1-800.
1-800-872-7177 for USA Credit. 1-800-872-7177.
That's 1-800-USA-7177.
Oh, that's a good idea. Why don't you just share that with everybody on Facebook, too?
Thank you so much for sharing.
All right. Edwin.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Good morning. What's up?
I have a question. I came in January 2016, and my brother filing for me, and after a while, I got married in July. So
how did you come to America, Edwin?
I came on a visitor's visa.
Okay, you married a citizen?
Yeah.
You should be filing an adjustment application. Have you done that?
No, not
okay,
yet.
so all right. So hold on one second. You should be doing nothing more than holding on and speaking to somebody off the air, and let's get that adjustment application going. You do not want to stay out of status for one more second if you are eligible for your green card right now. That would be silly. Hold on.
Absolutely. 1-800-529-5465 if you're on David Squeeze Annakie's Facebook page, waiting to get your questions answered. We're coming. The same with Law Office of Spar Bernstein. We are coming. Stand by.
All right, so let's go to Diane.
Yes, hello?
How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
Good. What's up?
Yes, okay. My case is very difficult. I hope you can help me or direct me in the right direction.
Okay.
Okay, my grandmother adopted me in the 80s from Jamaica, brought me to Canada. I was 13. I'm a Canadian citizen. I came to the U.S., and I've been here over 20 years. I lost my stuff. I didn't go back. I want to know, can you help me? What should I do? Should I go back to Canada?
Well, you're a Canadian citizen. You could always go back to Canada.
Yes.
In terms of your question is not difficult. Your question is the same question that many people ask. I'm here out of status for 20 years. What should I do? Has nothing to do with grandma adopting. So the answer is, I don't know. You need to make an appointment. As I said, it's hand-to-hand combat. Every person has a different situation. Every person we need to meet with and figure it out. So hold on one second. All right.
Okay.
Let's go to Dean.
Hello.
Dean.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, I'd like to ask a question. I live in Florida, and I want to file for my citizenship. I want to know if you have a disposition in New York, do you guys help to get that or no?
Yes, hold on. Yes, we do.
Just like police records in Jamaica. Link Up Media can help you with that.
Yes. O'Dane.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, I have a quick question. I've been here since I was 16 years old. My stepmom would take me here, but I recently called felony charges that I'm on probation for. I'm wondering, like, if I want to travel, like I'm still in a green card, will it be a problem?
If you are on probation, you shouldn't be traveling with a green card. Hold on one second. You're going to need help. Yeah, I would say traveling on probation. I would say that sounds pretty dumb. All right.
3 minutes to go.
Stacy, last
on
call.
93.5, but we have some time on the internet.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good
I have a question. I have my green card for 3 years now. I have the 10-year, and me and my child's father want to get married. He's out of status, and I want to know if we can get married now.
Yes, go get married. Go get married and file for him, and he'll either end up doing a provisional waiver down the line, or he'll adjust his status. By filing something with USCIS, that's not triggering ICE to come knock on your door. Certainly not at this moment. Okay?
Okay, we shouldn't go ahead and do it now?
I just said yes to do it. Hold on one second. Hold on. Yes, the answer is yes, do it. Not no, don't do it. Yes is the answer.
Absolutely.
All right, so what we'll do is...
How does this affect business people, Brad, quickly?
1 second. Before we do that, I just want to tell everybody, because we got about a minute to go, we're going to continue with social media. So tell a friend to tell a friend. We're going to start taking questions on social media. We're ending our radio broadcast. So on the radio broadcast, I do have to say that prior successful results do not guarantee a similar outcome. This has been an attorney advertisement, but certainly if you need help, you need individual help, call us at 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. I do have to remind everybody that the information we're providing is general in nature and that you should speak to a professional or an attorney about your specific situation. But the telephone number to call if you do need help and you do want help from our offices is 1-800-529-5465. If you're listening to us on WVIP 93.5 FM, please switch over right now to Facebook at David Squeeze Annakie. Take out your phone. It's very simple. Please take out your phone and switch over to Law Offices of Spar Bernstein on Facebook. Switch over to Periscope and Twitter at Spar Bernstein or YouTube at Law Offices of Spar Bernstein. We will continue this live show for another few minutes after this. Okay, Squeeze.
Thank you so much for turning our show back over to me.
Yes, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have to, you want to make it legal again?
I did. We're good.
Okay, all right, so we're good. Yeah. So just to conclude, we have a few seconds. We're not going anywhere. We're going to stay here and answer questions, but not on 93.5. We're done on 93.5. So get on Facebook, David Squeeze Annakie, and make it viral. Get on Law Offices of Spar Bernstein, make it viral. We're going to continue answering your questions. So I want to make that very clear. Thank you, USA Credit Repair, Inc., for doing a wonderful job in sponsoring and bringing the show. Without you, there would be no show.
Correct.
According to page 21.
And USA Credit Repair is 1-800-872-7177.
We're going to do rapid fire right now. 5 questions from SMG. Take my vitamins.
Yes.
All right. 5 questions from SMG, 5 questions from me.
Can I make a suggestion that would
Sure.
go faster? Go 1-1-1-1-1. That way you don't have to wait looking
Brad,
for...
sometimes you need to take our job, because reading some of these questions sometimes, verbatim, knock you up. But tell you what.
All right, so
I'm
why
ready.
don't I start?
Yeah. No.
Okay. I'm starting.
You've done enough. SMG.
No.
SMG.
Wait a second. This is a USA Credit question. Can people with an ITIN check their credit? TIN number.
Yes, if you have gotten credit under that number, yes.
What about people like me with dual passports? Should I expect a knock on my door? Not if one of the passports is a U.S. passport.
I like how he segued into that. You notice that's
All
SMG?
right.
He's trying to say he doesn't need us. Yeah, all right, let's go.
Hold British through mom and American citizen with dad. Do I have to choose? No, you can be a dual citizen between America and the United States.
Everybody, please share this page.
Okay.
Between America and UK and Britain?
Yeah, America and Britain. Tony T. He says he ain't calling no more. He's started not getting through.
Well, so are thousands of people.
Tony T, I'm trying my best, man. All right, but you can call now. You can definitely get through.
Or ask a question.
Right, you can
there.
You can definitely get through now. It's 1-800-529-5465. I do see that we have open lines now.
Yes.
That's 1-800-529-5465. Alex is listening from Russia.
Hi.
Hello, Russia.
Who's Alex?
I don't know. He's in Russia.
So let me ask you this:
Okay,
Is it
so let's
safe? Is it safe for a person who overstayed their time to travel to another state, like New York City or Atlanta?
I don't think it's always been safe. I think it's less safe now. Everything is risk and reward, and you should come and speak to us about your individual situation.
Okay, hey, Squeeze and Brad, what forms do I need to petition for my husband who is in the U.S.?
Well, you would file an adjustment, I-45 and I-130, 2G325As, and I-864 and I-765. But I would say this. If your question is, what forms do I need? And you're living in the United States of Donald Trump now, and you don't even know the forms you need to file this, you've got to really, and I'm being frank about this, have cottage cheese between your ears to say, I'm going to do this myself, screw up your husband, and get him in deportation. You can't take those risks anymore. So if you don't even know the forms to fill out, then you should be saying to yourself, I'm going to take the cottage cheese out between my ears, I'm going to make a call to a professional who knows what they're doing.
Okay. All right, my son had to pay...
It's my turn.
Yes.
No, you just read.
You just read one.
I did?
He just answered the cottage cheese.
Oh, I thought you guys...
I have some friends who are pending asylum cases. How does this new rule affect pending asylum cases?
It shouldn't affect pending asylum cases.
Okay. My son had to pay 2 driving tickets. He paid them using my credit card and the other one. He went to court and just paid it. Will that hinder him from getting his citizenship? I had to take a look twice.
It's hard, right?
Yeah.
If it was literally a driving infraction, no, because there's no law that says you're a bad driver, you can't become a citizen. If that driving infraction ended up being criminal in nature because it was reckless or something else, or DUI or DWI, then it's a different story. It depends on the nature of the driving.
Marina answered that. Sorry, Marina.
Thank you, Marina.
Yeah.
Marina's the best.
If someone already did a consultation with your firm with another lawyer, and they want you to be the attorney, do they have to pay for another consultation?
Well, they can come and retain us, and if they retain us, then they do not have to pay for another consultation. But if they want to have a second consultation with me, then yeah.
Give us a call, 1-800-529-5465.
Someone wants to know what is the name of your club that Khloe Kardashian went to. The name of my club is Fiction Fantasy. All right, what if you're married, a born U.S. citizen, and waiting
And by the
90
way,
days to file?
Fiction Fantasy, their number one sponsor is USA Credit Repair.
Just happens to be.
Just happens to be.
And by the way, everybody who is on Facebook listening to Brad, you get in the club for free.
USA Credit Repair.
If you can say that you were actually watching us on Facebook.
And by the way,
I swear, they have to let you in.
Well, if you happen to be in Kingston, Jamaica.
Well, obviously.
And it's amazing. USA Credit Repair gets around. Okay,
get around.
Who's next?
Is it okay to travel out of state if you're here illegally?
We answered that
yes,
one.
we did.
Okay.
Thank you. It was my turn. What if you're a married born citizen and waiting the 90 days to file and I stopped you? What is possible to happen?
Well, you could be in detention, but if you're married to a U.S. citizen, and first of all, you're in legal status, assuming you're waiting the 90 days. So if they stop you, but you're in legal status.
Do they have to have documents on them to actually show that they are?
I mean, again, if you watch the other shows, and we're not going to go through it, we talked about, I think was it yesterday or 2 days ago, you can go back and watch them, we talked about what to do if I stopped you.
Right.
The answer is if you're married to an American citizen, and I'm your lawyer, you're not going anywhere. Okay, but what?
1-800-529-5465. That is the number for the law firm, the same number that you call to actually get your questions answered. 1-800-529-5465. Rapid fire,
Yeah,
rapid fire,
are Puerto Ricans,
rapid fire.
Are Puerto Ricans protected? They're U.S. citizens. You don't have to worry Puerto Rican.
If someone came to the USA without inspection, can they get married and get a green card without leaving the country?
If you're 245I, if you're married to someone in the military, former military, you can do parole in place. Otherwise, you've got to do a provisional waiver. I'd rather see every person who entered the country without inspection do a provisional waiver than live here underground, living here without inspection, without documents, and do something.
Absolutely. All right, I have a friend that is married to an American citizen but have a run-in with drugs in another country, not in America. What are the options? Can he get a green card?
No. The options are you're screwed.
Royally. 1-800-529-5465.
What's
Book an
funny?
appointment.
She likes yes, no.
Book an appointment.
She shakes her head. Yes,
Book an
no.
appointment.
She likes.
Book an appointment. Book an appointment. 1-800-LawLink.
I just got married to a 4-year green card holder. He will do his citizenship next May. When is the best time for him to put in my paperwork?
Now. Right now, today.
Why put off today? No, I messed that quote up. Never mind. Why put off tomorrow what you can do today?
No.
What is it?
Why put off what you can do today for tomorrow?
All right, we got 5 more minutes here. So
I
let's
came
finish
here
up.
last year, got married, and my papers are in. Can I still be deported? I came here the right way. Can I get
I don't know
deported?
what papers are in.
She said she came here the right way. The evidence
don't
she
know.
had, I guess she's talking about a visitor's visa.
Yeah, but I don't know what she's doing.
Right.
Anyone can get deported until they have a green card. I don't know what you're doing.
My friend's kids are born here, but on government and public assistance. She just filed for her green card through her husband. What are her chances with getting her green card?
They should be okay, but I think they're going to be much more difficult now with people who are getting public assistance even for their children. In years past, wouldn't be a problem because it was for the children, but now we're not sure how they're going to look at that.
Can someone
Now,
step-
I'm not telling anybody, I'm sorry, I just want to finish. I'm not telling anybody to get off public assistance and starve your kids. But if it's a situation where you can live without the public assistance for your immigration benefits, it's a better thing. I have here, is it safe for people to file refugee asylum other than from the 7 banned countries? Absolutely, as long as you have a valid claim.
Can someone step up the filing process with an immigration lawyer?
No. We're just an immigration lawyer is going to make sure it's done right.
Can you explain what gram of moral turpitude is, and does it affect your arm adjustment from being a citizen? Don't know what I just read, but that's
Repeat that again. Let me. I
guess it meant how many grams.
1 second. I have Google Translate. That you can,
never
you
mind.
Can translate
He
Facebook
fixed it up.
Facebook language to English.
So
okay?
he fixed it.
All right.
And
Let me
check this
get
out.
into my translation. Facebook language to English
Brad,
translation.
could you explain what crime of moral turpitude is? I just got my green card a year ago, and I have an assault case. Would it affect me?
The assault case is a crime of moral turpitude. It's on a case-by-case basis, statute-by-statute basis, on a state-by-state basis. But in essence, a crime of moral turpitude is any conviction where you are found guilty and are sentenced, and the maximum sentence, even though you may not have gone to jail, is more than 3 months. So in New York, it would be an A misdemeanor, but a B misdemeanor can never be a crime of moral turpitude in New York because a B misdemeanor by maximum is less than 90 days. You also, a crime of moral turpitude, there has to be somewhere written in the statute something that you did bad with a bad mind. Okay. Yeah. So there's in the legal term, there's a mens rea component to it, and you would only know what mens rea is if you went to law school or really studied law. But basically, it's I had a bad mind. So I'll give you a perfect example. Possession of a knife is not a crime of moral turpitude. Because, at least in New York, it's not, because it just says anyone who possesses a knife is guilty of a misdemeanor. So you didn't have to have a bad mind to possess the knife. It just happened to be in your pocket. You didn't even give any thought to it. Okay? Assault is somebody who intentionally does blah, 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 and puts somebody at risk and blah, 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 however they phrase it. You've intentionally done something. It doesn't have to be intentional, by the way. But now you've thought about what you were doing.
Premeditated, yeah.
Not premeditated, because it could have been at the moment.
Oh, okay.
But there was a thought process.
Yeah, you went through.
With a bad mind. That's a crime of moral turpitude. Because think about moral turpitude. What does that mean?
Right. Hi, my friend came into the U.S. illegally when she was 18 years old. She's married now to a U.S. citizen. How long will it take for her to get her green card? Mr. B.
6 to 9 months.
If your 10-year ban is over, can you go back to the U.S.?
Yes.
If you're married to a U.S. citizen and they're on welfare, can they file for you? If you're married to a U.S. citizen...
I know, it depends. The answer is yes, but whether you'll get through or not is anybody's guess now. So I would suggest get off welfare.
I've been married for a year to a legal permanent resident. I'm in Jamaica. My husband is in New York City. Can I come up and stay with him until my filing is approved? If so, what papers do I need to file?
Stay right where you are. The last thing you want to do is come up here out of status. Let him file for you. Come up with a green card and live a happy life.
Why is it so hard for a Jamaican to be issued a non-immigration visa while American citizens can get travel here with just a passport?
Because most Americans don't want to go live and work in Jamaica, and most Jamaicans want to come live and work in America. That's the difference.
That's true.
All right, most Americans are literally going on a vacation and coming back. Many Jamaicans, if not a majority, are coming to live and work here out of status.
Very good answer. I like that answer. All right.
I am married to my wife for 1 year now. She was charged with trafficking weed about 20 years ago. I'm a green card holder. Is it okay for me to do my citizenship? I'm here
No trafficking weed and citizenship shouldn't be in the same sentence without seeing the
That's
law.
why I went. Yeah.
We've got about 2 minutes to go, so let's do...
All right, let's do it. I'm a citizen. I filed for my daughter. She's over the age of 21. I filed for her 5 years now. How much longer will I have to wait?
About 3 or 4 more years if she's single.
What is 245I and a provisional waiver? I always hear you say that.
245I is the grandfathering clause that if you had something filed in the system before April 30th, 2001, you were physically here on December 21st, 2000, or you had something filed before January 14th, 1998, it doesn't matter whether you were physically here or not, or you were under 21 and you were a derivative beneficiary of your parents' case that was filed before those dates, you can pay a penalty fee even on a new case and be able to get your green card here without leaving, even if you're out of status, even if you enter the country without an inspection. Alternatively, if you are not grandfathered and you overstayed and you want to be able to get a green card, there's a 10-year ban if you go home to get your green card and you overstayed by more than 1 year. You could do a provisional waiver before you leave the United States of America to overcome that ban. You can go home without having that 10-year ban because you have that provisional waiver approved prior to your departure, and then come back in about 2 weeks.
Here's a friend that I grew up with. His name is Gary Levy. I'm talking from experience. I used Spar Bernstein a few years ago, and I genuinely did grow up with this guy. He was in front of me in Jamaica. He lived. And I'm telling you from firsthand, the firm is great. And it took me 4 months to get my kids here. Yes, only 4 months.
Thank you very much.
Which is fabulous. So I would tell everyone to use this forum and this Brad Bernstein. And he's saying no BS and no itches. Okay, he's the man. Also, David also is the man, okay, for years, for all my life. He's a great fellow, blah, blah, blah. Good stuff, man.
Yeah,
thank you so much, Gary
Appreciate
Levy,
that.
for the accolades.
And then somebody here on Periscope, too positive to face, or I am to face. I don't know what that means. Are the laws going to become stronger with people selling their citizenship? The laws have been very strong with citizenship. I think they're going to enforce it certainly a lot more. It's automatic jail time if you're making a false claim to U.S. citizenship, and it bars you forever from ever living in America.
Here's one. My friend was on her way to Atlanta to spend vacation in the U.S., was detained and sent back.
Why?
Say why.
If you have a visitor's visa and you've been traveling back and forth to the U.S. and on your second visit you got married to a U.S. citizen before the 90-day mark, would you have a problem with your adjustment?
Wait until after 90 days before
What if you enter the country in a different name and your husband filed for you and the kids are here, but she have not gotten through yet?
That's a fraud, and Donald Trump doesn't seem to like that.
Okay. In the city of Rochester, when a cop pull you over, they usually contact immigration to obtain your status.
because you're on a border. You're on the border there.
I used to visit my friend Richard Price up there, and they used to stop me all the time and check
you're on the border there. That's why everybody's going to be leaving. Rochester is going to be a very desolate place if it isn't desolate already.
It's pretty much
desolate now. Wait, right?
Yeah.
Wait till the immigrants leave.
I'm a U.S. citizen and my husband is here with no proof of entry. We have a 13-year-old daughter. What can we do?
I don't know. Make an appointment. We got to end this soon, and we'll be back at 12 o'clock.
I
have to see clients.
Right, 2 more minutes, and we're done. 120 seconds. I have a friend who overstayed his visa. He's married to an American citizen. 2 years ago, he got a DWIDHS, sent him a letter to come in.
Squeeze. I have 20 people outside to see me. Okay, I can't go. I have to see them. All right, because it's not fair to the people waiting to see me. For me to sit here and
look how passionate he is.
They were in that position too. They were
not
listening.
Fair. I got to see people outside. I can't do it anymore.
All right, so end the show, Brad.
Okay, thank you.
No. There you go. The proceeding was informational only and not specific legal advice. Consult an attorney about your individual situation. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. To make an appointment with the Spar Bernstein law firm located at 225 Broadway in New York City, call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Easily remembered, 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-LawLink. Once again, make a call to 1-800-529-5465. And, of course, link up with the law offices of Spar Bernstein located at 225 Broadway on the 5th floor. If I were you out there, make the call, make the link, make the connection, make it Spar and Bernstein. 1-800-LawLink. That's 1-800-529-5465.